Welcome everybody to a KidCast video, and today we're gonna be talking about the NFL wild card, and it was crazy. We're gonna start off with the AFC side. We're gonna talk about the first game that was on, I think, the Browns and the Texans, man. And without that game, just went whole lopsided, man. If you saw my prediction video, I chose the Browns. I kind of forgot the Browns was a very injured team, but CJ Stroud is him, man. He literally is playing out of this world, man. He's not playing like an average rookie. This man is just gonna have success overcome, man. Like he's just him right now. The Texans just came to play. They wanted to show the world that hey, they're just not a team that's gonna get walked over, offense and defensively, and hey, they could give the Ravens the run for their money. The next game we're gonna talk about is the Chiefs and the Dolphins. That game kind of went as I thought it would. I mean, not like I just knew the Dolphins offense didn't show up. Of course, they was going to lose just mainly because like the Chiefs defense is, or the Chiefs in general are just used to playing in the cold weather, and the Dolphins is just hot weather. And then, Tua, I think he'll come back and get better. But I just thought all the favor just went to the Chiefs. You and Arrowhead just wasn't going to be in your favor. And then the last one, the AFC, is the Bills and the Steelers. That game also went the way I thought it would. The Steelers kind of came back with some type of fight. Credit to them for not giving up like other teams in the playoffs. But they still came up short because the better team was going to win that one in Buffalo. Yeah, it went that way. On the NFC side, if you ask me, it was the more of the wild in the card of the NFL playoffs, man. Because, I mean, y'all know what happened, man. But the first game we're going to talk about is going to be the Bucks and the Eagles. That game, another game where hey, I just knew the Eagles just, this has to be like how do you fall off so hard? Like this needs to be studied. Like how does this happen? You fell from grace. You go 10-1. You went from being in the Super Bowl to 10-1, and there was fraudulent tendencies. Eagles fans were in denial. Here we are. You out in the first round, lost and got cooked by Baker Mayfield. We already know James Bradbury. Another, I don't know what happened. He fell from grace too. But the Bucks, they just came to play. Another team that just wanted it better. I don't know why they talk about Nick Sirianni getting fired. I mean, hey man, it's like one of them years where it's like, just let him learn. He'll come back better. A little bit on the younger coach side. And then of course I saw him on the sideline too with the Eagles, man. Like, hey, like Dallas Goedert first with AJ Brown, now Dallas Goedert getting Jalen Hurts. I think they'll be fine, but that's something to look at. And I know AJ Brown them didn't play; they had some injuries a little bit, but this Eagle team was still supposed to be up there competing for a Super Bowl run. Honestly, winning it with all the signings that they did, the trading that they did. They just fell shorter than what they did last season. Then we talk about the Bucks, man. Baker Mayfield, man. Hey, listen, his story. Hey, he out there trying to prove himself that he's not a washed quarterback, that he ain't a bust round first overall pick. Like he trying to prove that hey, he's like right behind. Well, they thought that the Bucks was gonna be done when Tom Brady retired. Now look at him, going to go face off a Lions team in division round. Who knows? They probably could win that one too. The next one we're going to talk about will be probably the best game of the week, the Lions and the Rams, man. I know people was looking at this game, and this is probably the best game. It lived up to the hype. I guess the only game that kind of did. And it's like, I know they kind of going to talk about them getting cheated at the end with Puka Nacua with the pass interference. But I don't like the rest was kind of iffy on both games, the entire game. Honestly, they were calling stuff on some of the players, kind of letting them play a little bit. But, that game, you feel bad. The Rams could have made that run. I know I chose them to go all the way to the Super Bowl, man. They could have won that one, man. I knew that was probably their toughest one. They could have won that one, but Detroit, the Lions, man, they nearly escaped out of there, but they did good, man. To come out with a win at home, Dan Kimball did good, rallying up the boys, making sure the Lions come out with the dub. Jared Goff did good. Amon-Ra, you already know the defense stepped up when they needed to. It just happened. Now we're going to talk about the most, maybe, I can't even call this the most surprising game of the week because we all knew it was going to happen, but it may be because we knew it was going to happen this early in the first round. If you don't know what we're talking about, or why you click on this video, Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Now, look, before I get in on the Cowboys on a disappointing year, I'm going to talk about the Green Bay Packers. They literally came into this game and just wanted it more. They knew that, hey, they got nothing to lose, man. We already know people is betting against us. They knew we was probably going to get smoked, so we got no pressure. But that's okay because we're going to prove the world wrong, and we're going to let them know Pack is back. And we not gonna fall short. We're not gonna submit to the team. If they better, who cares? Because we're gonna play with better energy. We gonna beat you at your game in your house, and you gonna watch us do it, because that's what he did. They said we're gonna run the football. You gonna watch us do it. Packer fans don't deserve Jordan Love. Jordan Love, listen, man. As a guy on the sideline, man, I'm glad he's succeeding, but at the same time, I'm upset because the Packers fans, man, they was down this man, bro. As soon as he got drafted behind Aaron Rodgers, they was already down him. They was like, why would y'all pick this guy? They was already hating on him. And then when he played a few games in the other 2 seasons that he had, and he wasn't great in it, Packers fans already giving up on him, man. They want his results to be like that. Like, you can't develop in this league no more. And that was the Packer fans on Jordan Love, man. Like, they didn't give him, that man, no chance. And then as soon as Aaron Rodgers, even this season when Aaron Rodgers left, and everybody was saying like disappointed that we had to watch Jordan Love. And then at the halfway mark, when like I think the Packers like 4-7, they was already hating on him. They was like, "Hey, in this draft class, let's go get another quarterback." And then Jordan Love step up. They riding with him now, Paul. They riding with him now, and now look at him, man. Jordan Love just led his team to beat a supposedly good Dallas team, and probably at the time the hardest place to play because Dallas was undefeated at home. And now look at him. They off the division round. Jordan Love is looking like going to be a master class quarterback if he keeps it up. He's going to be one of the best quarterbacks if in the NFC. Honestly, Packers, hey, you got yourself one. It just takes time to grow a quarterback. Hopefully, other teams can learn that. Some quarterbacks grow differently than others. Now let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys, man. Look, man, I don't even know where to start for them, man. Rather it's players or coaching, but we're going to start with the players first. And I know people going to start the blame with Dak Prescott. Before we get to Dak Prescott, I'm going to get to the players that no one's probably going to mention because it's all on the quarterback. But we're gonna go on the other All-Pros on this team because I think there was nine All-Pros, and I'm going to get majority of them, man. We're going to start on the defensive side with Deron Bland, man. Listen, bro, I get it. He got the picks. He returned them, majority of them, to touchdowns. That's great status for a cornerback. But without that, you're going to count on him to shut the play down. He is barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. Nobody's afraid of him, man. If I have my star receiver on him, man, as long as you don't get on a great angle for him to pick it off, listen, bro, they can pick on him all day. Without the picks and the pick sixes, it's like he's barbecue chicken. He's barbecue chicken, bro. Anyone can go on that side to throw on them, man. We just don't give him the perfect angle for the pick to go. He gets some good picks in there, but without that, he's barbecue chicken. He don't shut the play down. And he's named All-Pro. He's All-Pro. That means he's supposed to be that game changer. And when he don't be that game changer, when it's like, hey, you just need to shut the play down for the down to go to the next down. Nah, bro, they were just cooking that man. It was easy to get picked upon, bro. He's supposed to be the corner that we don't want to look to. Now we'll go on the other corner side with Stephon Gilmore. I heard people calling him washed, and he's not the same as he was the Fifth Player of the Year. I will agree on that. And I think in the season, me even watching him play, I feel like his plays wasn't extraordinary. Like, there were some plays where I would say even he got lucky on that. The receiver and the quarterback of the other team wasn't one accord. They wasn't linking up. And you see what happened when Jordan Love is linked up with his receivers, bro. Stephon Gilmore was getting cooked. And he was supposed to be the difference maker in this offseason for the Cowboys that they got. Cowboys hyped about him. They was hyped on him, man. They was like, hey, we got Stephon Gilmore now. And now look, bro was getting picked on himself. Romeo Dobbs was cooking. He was cooking. It was like, you know, like we could do one little out route and let you know what to do. Play action. You don't know what to do with yourself. We could cook on that too. Both of the corners getting barbecue cooked on. We talked about another All-Pro. Y'all know him. Number 11, Michael Parsons. He had a few holes in the game. He finally got a holes that he wanted. That's good and all, but where is you the rest of the game, man? When you were supposed to disrupt the plays, be distracted. I know it was one play. I don't know what Dan Quinn was doing, dropping you in coverage. I won't put that on you unless you told him to. But I don't know what he was doing. You supposed to be the best game record on both sides of the field. You're the #1 game record, and you wasn't there anymore. You are the D-line. DeMarcus Lawrence did his thing. He don't main one that showed up. But you and the D-line, you know, I know y'all got a little fair share of injuries, but this team is still better than the Packers team, no doubt about it. And y'all didn't stop the run. They just said we're going to run on you, and then we're going to do it. And that's what they did. They beat you up front. Now we're gonna go on the offensive side. We still not gonna get the Dak yet, but we're gonna go on the offensive side. And we're gonna start off when maybe you probably wasn't even thinking about Tony Pollard. Look, man, the reason why we talk about Tony Pollard is because of the year he had last year. They released Ezekiel Elliott for you to be running back RB1 on this team because you made big plays last year when you was running back 2. So they thought we make you running back 1. Hey, you should be better. You took a step back. When they needed you for a few yards, you were gone. When they need you for big home run plays, you barely made them anymore. I don't know where you went. You disappeared this whole season, to be honest with you. But they not gonna think about you though, because it's whatever. You're the running back. I guess in their definition terms, you're replaceable. You're not gonna get number 1 blame. I just think that you were supposed to take a big step this year. Yeah, you took steps down. Not in this game, but the entire season. They got rid of Zeke for you, and you disappeared. Talk about CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb stats to me in that game is inflated. He got that when the Packers put the second team in. Even then, it's like you had a few drop balls in there. I know the passes wasn't 100% great, but if y'all gonna call CeeDee Lamb a top 3 receiver, if not top 2, some was saying number 1. Hey, number 1 got to make some plays. If you're gonna call him the best in the league, top 2 in the league, number 1, if he's number 1, he got to make some plays, man. And I don't know what that connection with Dak and CD was going on. At all times, it had to happen in the playoffs, man. I don't know what happened on the weeks, but something went wrong. Another player I'm gonna call out a little bit or probably not gonna expect Brandon Cooks. That's another player that was supposed to be a good tool to put the Cowboys over the hump, that they thought was gonna be over the hump for them. And then that pick, I know that Dak thrown. Jair just wanted the ball more, to be honest with you. It was Jair versus Brandon Cooks, and Jair said, hey, I want this ball. You got to get in the weight room because I'm getting this ball. And that's what he's showing. He's showing he going to get the ball, and that's what he got. He got the ball to set up his team. And I know a few plays you made in there for Brandon, because I think he had a touchdown pass or something in there, I think. Probably the most hated quarterback in the game right now, Dak Prescott. Look, man, Dak, they was a non-believer on you. But the main reason why we don't fear the Cowboys is because Dak Prescott is at the quarterback position. And he might be balling in the regular season, but when it comes playoff time, this man just does not, he forgets he wets the bed, to be honest with you. He forgets how to play football. He made some good throws in there, but they get so over, like you forget about him because of the bad plays that he made in that game. Like that pick 6 just can't happen there, man. It just can't happen there. You put your team, and I know like the defense already put you in a hole. Y'all put yourselves in that hole, but then you just, instead of trying to get out of it, you just basically took the shovel and got deeper in it with that pick 6. And then the throws that was being made, you couldn't convert. Y'all went away from whatever was working in the regular season. You just thought you wanted to try something new in the postseason. You just didn't really look like yourself. But is that surprising though? Everyone call it for the Cowboys, like, or even for you, Dak. Like, we know what you're gonna do. You're not gonna play like you were in the regular season when it comes playoff time. I heard them all say the time when the lights are bright, you disappear. And I'm the guy that goes by results. I don't want to say that, but if I see it, then it's true. No, you can say about it. It's like, and I know like, yeah, it wasn't 100% on you because that whole offense, yeah, and the whole team really is on them. They all are the reason on why they lost that game. It's not just you, but you do get a good chunk of that pie though, because you didn't play good. You didn't play great. And it's sad to say, it's not really surprising because your resume says so when it comes to playoff games. Your resume just isn't great at all. Then you proved it again. But the main thing with the Cowboys, for me at least, as a Seahawks fan, is the coaching, and it's Mike McCarthy, bro. That guy has to be the most undisciplined coach. Like when I watch him coach or on the screen, whatever, it just seems like he just does not care, man. Like it just whatever. He getting ran on by the opposing team. It's whatever. The defense is having their way with their offense. To him, it look like it's whatever. I just feel like his coaching methods, they just don't work no more, or he's just not it no more. I don't know why the Cowboys still riding with him, but to me, I just think he's just not the coach. I think that's really the main problem with the Cowboys is Mike McCarthy, to be honest with you. Before you get the Dak and all the other players, I just think it's Mike McCarthy. And then, or maybe even higher than that, Jerry Jones, man, coach of the Cowboys. It's another year, a major disappointing year for the Cowboys. But hey, man, that's my 2 cents on the matter for this whole NFL wild card, man. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, man. I'm excited for the division round, man. I'm a guy that, hey, if the better team wants it, they deserve it, you move on. And that's what all the teams did to move on to the division round. If you like this video, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. And I'll catch you later on the next. Peace.